Get out your 20-sided die, it's about to get real. The Gamers! Released in 2002 and is directed by Matt Vancil and is produced by an independent film company called Dead Gentleman Productions. And this film is starring Matt Cameron, Chris Dupenthaler, Justin McGregor, Emily Olsen, Philip Price, and Nathan Rice. And the reason why we're talking about this small indie film today is because it was a PayPal recommendation and donation from one of my subscribers and contributors on this channel, someone who has actually sent me a big bundle of his extra DVDs and Blu-rays that he has in his closet. Drew Hallam from the Real Field Podcast, thank you so much for your recommendation and your gift of the DVDs and Blu-rays. That's all amazing. I love getting new things. Thank you very, very much. And he's been wanting me to watch this film and its sequel that we're going to be watching next time. He's been wanting me to watch these for a long time. Finally got around to doing it. And you know, with the release of the new Lord of the Rings TV series on Amazon Prime this weekend, I'm like, you know, let's do it. I want to check this out, and it's the time. Let's do some live-action roleplay, and let's get some mages and some elves and dwarves and orcs in there. It's gonna be a great time. So lay out your Funyuns and the Mountain Dew. Let's get into it. The Gamers follows a small group of live-action role-players playing a quest in Dungeons & Dragons. And as our players are getting into the game in their small little dorm room in college, we enter their minds and imagination, and we see these characters actually LARPing in the middle of the woods, going on this quest, fighting a whole bunch of rogues and orcs and mages, until eventually the quest is completed. So you have all these LARPers going up against this thing called the Shadow. The Shadow? The Shadow? Looking to defeat him and to save the girl that was taken captive. And you could tell this film was shot by someone who just wanted to do it and had a little inspiration while hanging out in college. Probably not going to their classes and focusing on this, which I can appreciate. I respect that. But the camera quality, the sound quality, the performances here is definitely... This is a student film. These are the actors that you get that are kind of just hanging out in the hallways of your university, and you're in a directing class and you need to direct a scene and you don't have any actors from the theater department, so you look out in the hallway and you see a couple of people just sitting down there and you go, hey, you want to be in a scene? And they're like, yeah, sure, whatever, come on in, guys. That's what the quality of performance that we get here. And it's not meant to be something great and grand and grandiose. This is just supposed to be fun. This is a group of friends who love doing this, who love role-playing, and was like, you know what, let's have a little fun here with it, and let's actually go out and LARP all of this stuff. I love it. I appreciate it. I totally respect this, and I wish I had brains in college because I totally would have done this. I was just so freaking focused in my theater department that I never sat down to be like, you know what would be fun? Making a small little movie like this that's only about like 40, 50 minutes long with my friends. Wouldn't that be fun? No, I have to study and do work. God damn it. That's all this movie is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a lot of fun. And you can tell that these guys know what they're doing. They have played D&D before. They have gone on these quests before, because everything that I'm seeing reminds me of the times that I've played D&D and how you interact with all of the NPCs in the taverns and on the streets. Oh, there's a barmaid that just brought me my drink. I roll for seduction. I know, because I have done that myself. Yeah. LARPers are very horny people, what can I say? But those little interactions, one of these characters gets killed in the game, so they have to create a brand new character so they can join the quest later. And then when they meet up with this brand new character outside of the main stronghold, he's like, hey, I'm a mage. You guys look like you could use one. Yes, we could. Also, you seem like a very trustworthy person. Would you like to join? Yes, I would. Great. Join us. That is the most D&D thing in this entire movie, and that's what makes this thing legit, because that's what it is. When a character dies, a new one comes in, they're like, hey, you want to join? Yep. That's it. Also, if you see a character that seems like they're about to ambush you or to make some type of ultimatum, and you have the archer in your company who just always is shooting the arrows at that character, and the DM is there going like, could you just let him deliver his speech? There is a story here. Could you just stop? No, I want to get into the battle. This is what this is all about. I get it. I totally get it. If you're a LARPer, if you've played D&D, you're gonna love this movie. You've probably heard of this movie before. If you haven't, I definitely recommend checking it out. It's a very nostalgic movie, and it makes you just relive all of the great quests and companies that you've been a part of in your D&D adventures. Also, big kudos has to go out to the Dungeon Master in this video, because you put up with a lot of shit. You put up with a lot of shit as the Dungeon Master just in general, with all of the horny players that you're playing with. So you gotta respect his ability to improvise and go along with what they're doing. But I like the cuts back and forth between the dorm room and them actually doing it. But again, you could tell this is a student film because they're outside of this cliff and they're about to go in. But if you look in the background, you can tell that they're in some type of public park because there are just people walking in the background. I'm like, yes. Yeah, this reminds me of what we used to do in high school, just filming shit like this. It's a lot of fun, though. I can go back and watch this over and over again. It's just a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun seeing friends have fun with each other. I'm gonna give The Gamers 4 out of 5 Blu-rays.
I like it a lot.
Alright everyone, now because my favorite part of my video is where I pick which movie I'm going to be watching next, and of course we have to watch the sequel to The Gamers, Darkness Rising. Also recommended by Drew Hallam from the Real Feels podcast. Please go over there, give them a subscribe, download a couple of their podcasts. They're great people to listen to. They're just great people, so give them a little support. So guys, if you've seen The Gamers, what did you think about it? Or if you've never seen it before and you stumbled across because of this video, then comment below, let me know what you thought about it. And as always, if you like what you see here, if you like my take on movies, then hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell. See you the next time I'm releasing next movie review. So guys, I will see you next time on the channel, but in the meantime, be well, be good to each other, and go watch a movie. Take care, guys.